YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, I've got a ton of stuff to show you in this video. I've got some hands-on exclusive gameplay from Shadowkeep. Bungie was kind enough to fly me out last week to get some hands-on time with the new DLC. This video is going to be all about free roam, a whole bunch of secrets on the moon, Eris Morn as your vendor, some lost sectors, cashing in bounties. I will tell you right now, load up your characters with as many bounties as you can prior to Shadowkeep, and that means even planetary bounties. They're all going to count. You will see some weird edits here because I am cutting out any spoilers or what I think might spoil things for you guys. Now, I put up a video at the same time that this video is going live of the first story mission, but I cut the end off and I cut out any of the cutscenes because there is a massive, bombshell thing that occurs in the first story mission that I think is going to blow you guys away on October 1st. And that video's live. I will have it linked and annotated on screen right now. And a shout out to my newfound friend xHoundishx. I will link his channel in the description, but I'm sure you guys already know who he is. Yeah, we shared footage, and some of his footage will be at the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Let's get into it. The moon in Destiny 2 has 2 landing zones, and we're going to go take a look at the map in a second here. So when you first fly in, you're located at what's called the Sanctuary, and Eris Morn is going to be your vendor over there. Now, to the left of her is going to be what's called the lectern. The lectern is where we're going to craft gear. Now, we did not have access to it. I believe that's further down the road as you progress through the story. But the lectern will be located right to the left of Eris Morn. All right, let's take a look at the map. The map for the moon in Destiny 2 is way bigger than Destiny 1, and you can tell it's got some familiar areas, although it looks quite different, even the old familiar areas. But let's take a look at this here, the Vex Invasion Zone. And it says, sole divisive Vex incursions are targeting this area and could strike at any time. Guardians are advised to remain on high alert while attempting to travel to or through this location. While patrolling, I didn't see any Vex whatsoever, so I don't know if it's on a timer or something like that, and the developers didn't give us any insight on that. Well, the moon is, well, pretty big. It's much bigger than it was before. You're going to see your familiar places like Anchor of Light, Archer's Line, the Hellmouth. But north, where you have another landing zone, that's where the Keep's going to be. That's where the Scarlet Fortress is going to be. There's a number of lost sectors, and the enemies on the moon, which you're going to see in the gameplay, are high level. And when I mean high level, I mean high power level compared to what my power level was for this gameplay. So they imported my character from PS4 and PC, and I was 750 power. Now, some of the public events that I went on, well, some of the enemies that were killing me were 780 power. And then also some of the lost sectors that I went into, well, the enemies just had question marks when I tried to do damage on them. So numerous times, it looks like you're going to go on adventures, which will kind of tell you some of the story. We only got to experience like 1 or 2, and I will be cutting out a bunch of that stuff, especially the dialogue, because it will tip you off as to what the mind-blowing secret is that Eris Morn discovers within the moon. And depending on which version you ordered of Shadowkeep, well, you can log in and get your bonus items right away. So you get a 2-tailed fox exotic rocket launcher, you get an ornament for it, you get an emblem, you get a special hearing whispers emote, and you get a ghost shell called the Eris Morn shell, which has guiding light, treasure hunter, and also glimmer scavenger for the moon. So Eris Morn herself, she has her own moon bounties, and pretty much they all give you the same thing. They give you helium filaments, and they also give you XP. Now that's different from the lectern. The lectern's going to have some different types of bounties called nightmare bounties. From there, it looks like we'll defeat nightmares, and we'll get these phantasmal fragments, and we'll somehow forge some gear. As of right now, I don't know, when they say gear, does that mean weapons and armor, or just weapons, or I don't know. We don't know right now. There was one quest that I went on, which you should see some gameplay in this video, where I get a quest to go do activities on the moon, and I will get a warlock bond. Now, in my preparation guide for Shadowkeep, I kept telling everyone, if you want to get the rank rewards, to load up your characters with bounties. So my character in this gameplay had the well-rested buff. I put on the ghost shell that gave me guiding light, which is 10% XP, and I popped all of the bounties that were in my inventory. Now, not all of them were the most ideal ones, meaning the ones that give you super high XP, but just by cashing a whole bunch of bounties in, I went up 5 ranks. So let's think about it. Right now, all 3 of my characters are completely full of bounties. Now, if I log in on day 1 of Shadowkeep and cash them all in, well, that's like 15, I'd say maybe 18 to 20, because, check it out, guys, this is just with me using the Ghost Shell with the guiding light on it. If I didn't have the Ghost Shell on and I popped a Fire Team medallion, I believe the Fire Team medallion plus also the well-rested XP bonus, I believe that gives you 25% buff in terms of your XP. So on day 1, if you're hoarding bounties, well, you still have time, guys. You still have a few more days left. And that depends on if Bungie's not nerfing. Nerfing XP, that is. I am putting this video up, recording this prior to the This Week at Bungie that's going to come out today. Hopefully Bungie is not going to nerf something like this, and I'm not doing this for powerful rewards. I'm doing this to get my rank up so I can unlock more things in the seasonal artifact. So I'm going to let the gameplay roll out, but just some final thoughts. I think you're going to love the moon, guys. It's awesome. It's way bigger than it was in Destiny 1. It's way creepier. We all joke around with the whole the moon's haunted thing, but they totally nailed it when it came to the vibe and the music and the eeriness when you're roaming around the moon. I mean, even the patrols that you pick up, it's kind of like the Dreaming City. When you pick up a patrol on the Dreaming City, you're getting it from an NPC. Well, on the moon, you're getting it from one of these little nightmares or guardian spirits or whatever they are, or I'm not exactly telling you what they are. You'll find out soon enough here. But yeah, these enemies right here were 780 power. Yeah, 780 power this public event. So I don't know which parts of the moon are higher in power and which ones are low. Anyway, I'm babbling here. Here's the rest of the gameplay. You will hear me bleep out some things from one of the story missions because I don't want to spoil anything. And that's it, guys. So do me a favor. Leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. If you would like to further support this channel and become a channel member, click the link in the description or join on screen if you're on a desktop. And we've got a really cool Mesa Army Discord going on. We've got a Mesa Army clan. People are getting raids done. We're setting up stuff for Shadowkeep. People are playing PvP, and it's an awesome community we're building. So consider joining. All right, guys, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at MesaSean. Check out my stream. Usually always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.
Motor screams as she did the day Omnigul tore her apart and silenced her forever. Our fates nearly intertwined today when a nightmare of Omnigul swept through camp. My survival was a gift granted by the essence you retrieved from the Crota nightmare. Were we to truly harness the power of this essence, it may provide aid in the fight against the nightmares and beyond. It knows we're coming. I can sense it. And we will have the upper hand.
I can hear it.
No! Is
Is this what Six Fronts was like? Wave after wave of four-armed monsters.
Light is fading.
All right, Eris. Where to?
Hoarding is only a temporary inconvenience. We must first understand how it works if we're to pass through it. For that, the Hive may provide answers. For eons they lived next to the and now they've constructed that Scarlet Keep above it. Its existence was clearly no secret to them. Now that it's activated, strange congregations of Hive have begun to appear on the moon. There is undoubtedly a connection.
And that's where we start. Eris, we found it. It appears to be a ritual of some kind.
We must learn its purpose. Do not be afraid to engage the Hive.
Eris, it's the nightmares. The Hive are trying to draw them in for the ritual.
How curious. For what purpose?
It's unclear, but they don't seem affected by the nightmares at all. Not like we are.
Fascinating. We must learn how they've achieved that. That's our key to finding a way beyond.
Eris? Those screams sounded familiar. Almost like Omnigul. We have to hurry.
Will you be prepared? Or will you be boring? Words are weapons. Thoughts, the art of wielding them. Listen well.
I could tell you that the hid from me as it did from you, but I would be betraying the truth. In this form, sight extends beyond the borders of certain realities. Though the came into view, I could not see inside then, nor now. But oh, how I wish I could. Greetings, Pawn of the Queen. All is not lost. The unconquerable will and study of revenge, immortal hate, and courage never to submit or yield. And what is else not? reeks of death. This could be said of any structure on the moon, but this hall is especially saturated. Don't let the past weigh you down. All that has been is merely the bridge to what is. I wish Eris could see it this way. But she is bound irretrievably to her pain.